Please subscribe to our channel by pressing the subscribe button and the bell icon to receive updates on new videos. We have had a session so far talking about Swami Vivekananda's contribution and his influence in the world, and the influence that he had in the Parliament of Religions. This session, this 10-minute session or 15-minute session, Swamiji wanted us to introduce or to talk a little bit about the devotional aspect or the dimension of Swami Vivekananda. One is to know the action of a person, the deeds that he did, and the other is to know the person himself. This can be taken in two ways. One is what we know about him as a personality, and the other is his spiritual nature, what his guru knows about him. So now I'll be talking a little bit, and after that we'll sing a song on Swami Vivekananda about his spiritual nature, who he was, and how his guru, Sri Ramakrishna, looked upon him. Vivekananda is known to us as a patriot monk, as a great fighter for freedom, as a person who gives us strength, a character of fearlessness, a personality of fearlessness. But there is another dimension to him, which Sri Ramakrishna recognized. The power that manifested as Swami Vivekananda was endowed with great spiritual strength. And this, as we explore, we enter into a spiritual realm. It's a mystical world. And Sri Ramakrishna, one day, even before Narendra, that is Swami Vivekananda, met Sri Ramakrishna, to his disciples, he once told of his vision, and he explained in that vision how he saw Swami Vivekananda in the spiritual realm. And that vision also gave us an indication of what happened before Swami Vivekananda even incarnated in this world. To his disciples one day, Sri Ramakrishna spoke of a vision. Sri Ramakrishna used to constantly go into samadhi. Sri Ramakrishna used to constantly go into samadhi. Samadhi is a superconscious state where the mind from this relative world gets lifted to the superconscious world, and from there a message comes, the message of God. Sri Ramakrishna had this power through yoga, through renunciation, and through tremendous austerities to give up the consciousness of his body and to travel in a realm beyond this relative universe. At one of his visions, he explained what had happened and how did he conceive of this personality whom we call Swami Vivekananda. He says he's describing his vision, so as much as possible we will try to present to you his vision in a manner that you can understand. But beyond that, it requires you all of us, to apply our imagination a little bit more to be able to conceive of this mystical vision. He says, Sri Ramakrishna says, one day in samadhi, I found my mind, not the body, my mind, soaring high along a luminous path, a path of light. It transcended this universe, this Jagat made of matter. It transcended this universe and entered into a spiritual universe, the universe of the spirit. As it transcended higher and higher, it even went beyond the universe, what we see as planets, what is seen to us. It went even beyond that. What it gives us an indication is that there are realms which are even beyond our imagination or knowledge. He says he entered into that realm where there were no many people, there was just one. It is called an absolute realm. As he was going higher and higher into those regions, he says that he saw gods and goddesses along the line on two sides. These gods and goddesses are powers that control wind, powers that control fire, powers that control planets. We have heard about it in books, we have heard about it in stories, but as per Sri Ramakrishna's vision, he has actually seen them. He has actually experienced them. And he says that his mind went even beyond this realm of gods and goddesses, even higher, higher and higher, even beyond human conception. And he says it entered into a realm where no human form was seen, where no body was seen. It was pure energy. It was a divine realm of pure light. And he says, there when he entered, he realized that this is the realm where even gods and goddesses do not have the power to enter. They are down there, down below, happy with their seats down below. Such is a powerful realm that Sri Ramakrishna is speaking of. There, he says, he saw 7 sages sitting in deep samadhi, in spiritual consciousness. Their minds were merged. This is what we hear in our literature as Saptarishi. Yes, there is something called Saptarishi Bhuvana. There is a mandala, there is a space where 7 rishis reside. And Sri Ramakrishna saw these 7 rishis. He was in admiration of these rishis because he realized that these rishis have surpassed even human beings and even gods and goddesses in love and renunciation, in purity, and in their love for God. As he entered into this, he saw that light inside which all these rishis were meditating, that light took a form of a divine child. And that divine child was Sri Ramakrishna's own mind that took a form of the divine child. This divine child went to one of the rishis and clasped his neck out of love. One of the rishis opened his eyes and simply glanced at that little child, that divine child. That divine child was none other than God. And Sri Ramakrishna is an avatar of God. This is what the tradition of Sri Ramakrishna, tradition of the followers of Sri Ramakrishna also believe. That we believe. This divine child held clasped the neck in loving touch, the neck of one of the rishis. And by that divine touch, the child tried to drag his mind from the state of samadhi. State of samadhi is a very powerful state where the mind is enjoying the bliss of God. It tried to distract it. It tried to remove its mind from there. And that child, in a very loving way, spoke to that rishi and told that rishi, I am going down, you come with me. This is what the child told the rishi, I am going down, you come with me. And that sage, that rishi, he was so immersed in bliss, he was so immersed in samadhi that he couldn't even utter a word. He simply looked at that child and smiled. And while he was looking at the child, he realized that the child was that very divine being who he was meditating on, he realized that the heart, the treasure of his heart is speaking to him. But the Rishi was in such bliss that he could not even open his mouth. He simply looked at that divine child with half opened eyes. Sri Ramakrishna says, with half opened eyes, he glanced at that child and he gave his approval. Then Sri Ramakrishna says that as he saw this happen, he realized that the Rishi had accepted, that sage had accepted to incarnate in this earth. And there is another marvelous thing he says. There were 7 sages, out of which the child went to one sage and requested him to come for the welfare of the world. And later Sri Ramakrishna saw that just a portion of that sage, not even the whole, just a portion of that sage started to move from that realm and enter into earth. And when Sri Ramakrishna saw Narendra, he says he immediately recognized that sage to be Narendranath. And he knew that this sage had only a portion of that sage. We can imagine the influence if the entire being had come, only a portion had come. And that portion of that sage was Swami Vivekananda. After that, we have seen what that sage did. Sri Ramakrishna's prediction that this sage is coming for the welfare of the world, and the actions of that sage are well in line. We might question whether these things are true. Even Swami Vivekananda questions, even Sri Ramakrishna questioned whether visions are true or not. The test of the vision is that it should be manifest, it should actually be true. And if this vision is to be doubted, then one thing we can say is that even before these books were written, even before Vivekananda became such a great personality, even before Vivekananda met Sri Ramakrishna declared this. And its effect, its manifestation is seen. So we have no doubts to believe whether this is true or not, because for us it is a glaring truth. And that truth, Sri Ramakrishna said that once when Swami Vivekananda had a cut, he has a cut above his eyebrow, and there was blood bleeding from it. Some of his friends told him that Swami Vivekananda had a cut when he was a child. Sri Ramakrishna said it is a good thing. Some energy got drained out, otherwise that great soul would have shook the world. That is the power of Swami Vivekananda. With this vision, with this idea, this spiritual nature of Swami Vivekananda, we will sing a song now for you. We are paying homage to that great soul on this day with this song.
Jaya Vivekananda Guruvar Bhuvana Mangalakari. 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 Chira Samadhi Shikhari Nundi. Chira Samadhi Shikhari Nundi. Narula Sevaku Digina Naravara. Chira Samadhi Shikhari Nundi. Narula Sevaku Digina Naravara. Jaya Vivekananda Guruvar Bhuvana Mangalakari. Jaya Vivekananda Guruvar. Bhayamu valadu bhiti valadu amrita putrulu miru mirane. Bhayamu valadu పుత్రులు మీరు మీరని విశ్వమంతయు చాటి చెప్పిన విశ్వమంతయు చాటి చెప్పిన యతివరేణ్య యోగాచార్య జయ వివేకానంద గురువర భువన మంగళకారి జయ వివేకానంద గురువర భువన మంగళకారి विश्वव्यापक प्रेममूर्ति विश्वद्योतक परम ज्ञानी विश्वव्यापक प्रेममूर्ति विश्वद्योतक परम ज्ञानी विश्वमुक्ति समर्पितात्मवो विश्वमुक्ति समर्पितात्मवो विश्वबन्धुड जयमु जयमु जय विवेकानन्द गुरुवर भुवन मङ्गलकारी जय विवेकानन्द गुरुवर भुवन मंगलकारी चिर समाधि शिखरि नुंडी चिर समाधि शिखरि नुंडी नरुल सेवकु दिगिन नरवर जय विवेकानंद गुरुवर भुवन मंगलकारी जय विवेकानंद गुरुवर भुवन मंगलकारी जय विवेकानंद गुरुवर भुवन मंगलकारी.
Now, we described before this how about the spiritual vision of Swami Vivekananda's incarnation. Now a little bit about his personality. Only 3 stanzas. We will just tell the meaning of it and we will just sing it for you. This hymn was written by Swami Ramakrishna Math, another disciple of Swami Vivekananda, for Swami Vivekananda. It says, Anitya Drishyeshu Vivichya Nityam. It gives us an insight into the personality of Swami Vivekananda. Anitya Drishyeshu Vivichya Nityam Tasmin Samadhatta Ihasma Leelaya. Anitya Drishyeshu Vivichya Nityam. Swami Vivekananda's intellect had a power to separate, even while in the body, the real from the unreal. And for him, concentrating his mind and using all his powers to separate the real from the unreal was like a sport. Tasmin samadhatta iha sma leelaya. It was like a sport. It was very easy for him. Because Sri Ramakrishna said that Swami Vivekananda was perfected in meditation. He was a dhyana siddha. So he could easily do what all human beings are trying to do, trying to find the real in this unreal world. Viveka vairagya vishuddha chittam yoso viveki tamaham namami. That mind which is purified by renunciation and discrimination, to that discriminating soul we bow down. We will sing this for you.
अनित्यदृश्येषु विवेच्य नित्यम् तस्मिन् समाधत्त इह स्मरणीयया विवेकवैराग्य विशुद्धचित्तम् विवेकवैराग्य विशुद्धचित्तम् योऽसौ विवेकी तमहं नमामि। योऽसौ विवेकी तमहं नमामि।
सूर्यो यथान्धं हि तमो निहन्ति, विष्णुर्यथा दुष्ट जनान् छिनन्ति. Just as the sun dispels the intense darkness of this world, Vishnur yatha dushta janan chinanti. Just as Lord Vishnu destroys all the evildoers, tathaiva yasya akhila netra lobham rupam tritapam vimukhi karoti. Just like that, a mere glance at the beautiful form of Swami Vivekananda is capable of destroying our threefold miseries in this world. That is, the misery of the body, the misery of the mind, and the misery of our environment. This is the power of just the form of Swami Vivekananda and meditating on him.
सूर्यो यथान्धं हि तमो निहन्ति सूर्यो यथान्धं हि तमो निहन्ति विष्णुर्यथा दुष्ट जनाश्चिनन्ति तथैव यस्याखिलनेत्रलोभम् तथैव यस्याखिलनेत्रलोभम् रूपं त्रितापं विमुखी करोति रूपं त्रितापं विमुखी करोति
तं देशिकेन्द्रं परमं पवित्रं विश्वस्य पालं मधुरं यतीन्द्रं तं देशिकेन्द्रं परमं पवित्रं. To that supremely pure Deshikendram, teacher of all teachers, the supreme teacher, the teacher who bestows jnanam, Vishwasya Palam, who is incarnated to protect this universe, Madhuram, sweet one, Yatindram, the Lord of all the yogis, the greatest of yogis, Hitaya Nrinam Naramurti Mantam, who took up the human form for the good of mankind, to that Vivekananda we bow down. We will sing this.
Tam deshikendram paramam pavitram Tam deshikendram paramam pavitram Vishwasya palam madhuram yatindram Hitaya nrinam naramurti mantam Hitaya nrinam naramurti mantam Viveka anandam अहं नमामि। विवेक आनन्दम् अहं नमामि। नमः श्रीयतिराजाय विवेकानन्द सूरये सच्चेत्सुख स्वरूपाय स्वामिने तापः